Hi, this is Steve Shallenberger, the author of Becoming Your Best, the 12 Principles of Highly Successful Leaders. And we have the privilege of working with outstanding CEOs, leaders, and all walks of life, even heads of nation. And what we'll do today is share with you the things that they do to be best at class in what they do. In other words, how do we achieve the very best that we're capable of doing? And today, as we think about this, one of the things that we've really observed is that great leaders produce great results. And great leaders create a culture by design. In other words, creating conditions for excellence versus a culture by default. And by the very same note, outstanding achievers create conditions that produce outstanding results, a culture to succeed versus results that are by accident, by luck, or that they hope will produce an outstanding outcome. And that's what this is all about today, because we're going to give you 5 powerful tools that will help you create the best year of your life, to realize the things that are most inspiring to you, to realize your dreams. And just like a farmer needs tools to be good at what he does or she does, to get outstanding results, to plow the field, to cultivate, to plant the seed, to harvest the crops, or a dentist or a surgeon to carry out their responsibilities, you're going to need a few things to create the best year of your life. You're going to need at least 3 pieces of paper or a device to put down your thoughts, and also a Becoming Your Best organizer or planner, and I'll explain why in just a moment. Well, let's get right to the things that will make a difference. These 5 powerful tools are things that you can do. The first one is to reflect on last year. In other words, what were your 3 biggest successes and what were the 3 biggest failures or things that you learned lessons from? And as you write these down on one of the sheets of paper, enjoy the successes that you had. What were the things that actually created or contributed to these successes? Feel the joy, feel the happiness, and build upon those things in the future. But also, on the other hand, what were the 3 biggest lessons learned from failures or things that you felt like you could have done better? Now, I've already done this. I did this in the last couple of days. And one of the things that I don't want to do is repeat mistakes from yesterday. I want to learn from those because they help me in becoming my best. Okay, number 2, powerful tool number 2 is to create and be sure that you have a powerful and clear vision and a mantra that represents the best within you. Now remember that a vision defines the direction. It's the purpose, it's the cause. It's not a goal, it's far different from that. So a few examples of this, and this is your operating software. As situations come up to you throughout the year, you'll actually reflect upon this programming to consistently take the high road and provide outstanding leadership based on those things that you know are most important. Now, people will often say, well, what's a mantra? Well, actually, it's taking this basis of your vision, which you'll put on another sheet or put into your device, and what are those few words that really represent the best of your vision? Now, I've been keeping track of some of these. I have a few examples that I've seen from our clients, people that we've worked with or that I've done from research. Here's one. Change your thoughts and you change your world. Okay, that's one person's mantra. Keeps that in front of their mind. Here's another one. Never complain and never explain. In other words, I'm just going to be straightforward, take the high road, build upon powerful leadership principles. Here's another one. Success is not the key to happiness. Happiness is the key to success. How true that is. Just 2 more. Oh, I love this one. Sail away from the safe harbor. That's someone that's going to go out and really do it. Get into the battle. And I am financially free, excited about life, and joyful. Now those are mantras. In other words, here's another one. This is the year. I like the Chinese. They have the year of this and that. The year of the lion. Now here are 5 words I use for my mantra. I have a vision that really illustrates by my roles how I want to behave, what kind of leadership I want to exercise. And mine are 5 words. Self, God, family and friends, professional, and the world community. And what I want to do is be the best I can in those 5 things. And those 5 words remind me of what I want to do. Self first, because if you don't have balance, if you don't have peace and happiness yourself, and if you're not well rested, if you don't have energy, and if you don't feel this clear vision, it's hard to be successful in the other 4. Okay, number 3 powerful tool is to have exciting, inspirational goals for the year. Now, I might say these are not wimpy goals. These are things that will literally make your vision come to life. They help you achieve the seemingly impossible, and I'll give you some examples because we're limited solely by the ideas that we have. I just love Ralph Waldo Emerson's comments. Sow a thought and you reap an action. Sow an act and you reap a habit. Sow a habit and you reap a character, and sow a character and you reap a destiny. And that's what we're talking about. We're saying, what are the thoughts that can be life-changing for me, that really create a wonderful reality in this coming year? And by the way, we talk about something called TIGs, totally inspirational goals. We typically apply these out for 2 to 5 years for an organization. They can apply individually, but for years goals, for a year goal, I would suggest that they are totally inspirational, that they lift you, that they inspire you. I'd like to give just a couple examples of these. And by the way, what we have found from our research that you're 90% more likely to accomplish something with clearly written goals. And yet research shows that only 10% of people have clearly written goals. And so this is one of the reasons that we're not as successful as we could be, is they're not written. And the other thing that we found from research is that you're 34% more likely to accomplish something when you share your goals with other people. Let me give a few examples then that might be helpful in this really critical stage of things that you can do. I have made a commitment, for example, to keep my goals on one single sheet. And they're actually outlined by roles. So, personal, right? This would be fitness, financial, mental, spiritual, family and friends, church and community and service, professional, and this pretty well outlines them. I said, what are the most important things I can do? And so what I do is I said, well, I recommend you share your goals. This is my goal report for last year. And my process is, this is not a one-time thing. This is a year after year process of how you literally become your best year in and year out. And so this has my goal report, and then here are my goals for the next year. I take these 2 goals and I share them with my mentors. And now, because I've been doing this for 35 or 40 years, a number of my wonderful, inspiring mentors have passed away, which I am so grateful for the impact they've had on my life. Now I share these with my children, and I still am fortunate to have wonderful mentors I share these with. So what are the type of goals? I said that they can help you achieve the seemingly impossible. You take this, what seems to be impossible, and make it a reality in our life. Last year, 1 year ago, our 12-year-old granddaughter Bella, together with her father, made a goal of writing a children's book. And so she completed this book 10 days ago, which was at the end of the year. Here it is. It's a reality. A to Z, the best in you and me. They found an illustrator in the Middle East or in India. Here it is. It's signed by my granddaughter, but she has taken one trait for each quality, attitude. and just talked a little bit about it that she could share with other children. Beautiful, encourage. This is an example. So what's the best within you that can be? This morning I got an email from a friend. This is Obiora. Obiora lives in London. He's actually from Nigeria originally, and he shared with me his goals last year, that he was working 100 hours a week, literally, and he had to drive a long ways to get to his work as a security guard. So one of my goals is to improve my skills so that I can get a better job. He reported that he now has a new job in an engineering firm, making twice as much, working less, 4 12-hour shifts, so that he also then is able to do other things in life. He shared these goals with me. They're wonderful, but here are his goals for this coming year. I compliment them. They're so inspiring. I'm just telling you that if somebody that comes from a difficult background or doesn't have very much, even in a wonderful place like Nigeria, you too can do it. That's the deal. Every single one of us. It can be a 12-year-old, it can be a 6-year-old, it can be a 70-year-old. So it's not contained or limited by age in any way. It's really limited by our thinking. Okay, so there's the invitation. There is the challenge. Powerful tool. Number 4 is a practice called doing pre-week planning. It's taking this funnel, if you will, that we've been setting up with a vision that points the direction and clear goals that are inspiring, TIGs. And now we're really focused on what we want to accomplish. I know right now what I'm focused on professionally. I also know in relationship with my wonderful wife and children, the things that I want to do. One of my goals with the grandchildren, which are really starting to build up, is to send 4 postcards to each one from somewhere in the world. Now, we currently have 16 grandkids. Another one's on the way. That means 16 or 17 individual messages this year. Now, wouldn't that be fun to get a postcard from Grandpa? Well, that's what we're going to do. I know right now I'll be in Norway, so there's one of them. We're going to be in Aruba for a business trip. There's another one. So see, it gets easy when you start thinking about this. Number 4, pre-week planning. How do you take these things then and make them a reality each week? This is where the Becoming Your Best organizer or planner uniquely can be helpful, because it is designed in a way that, yes, it has a monthly view, but it is designed in a way that you can outline your week and think of your week in terms of your roles very specifically. And now this is focusing your thinking and what are the most important things that you can do by that role this week. But it's in the mental image of where you're going. And then as you reflect upon your larger calendar, the things that are going, you actually prioritize, schedule your priorities rather than prioritizing your schedule. And there's such a big difference. Now, when is this done? It's done sometime during the weekend, from Friday at the end of the day, but definitely before Monday morning at 8 a.m. So why? Because that's when the crisis starts. As soon as you get to work Monday morning, everything starts happening, and sometimes the wheels come right off. Well, this way, then you go into a week balanced, focused, with confidence, and ready to go. That's why this tool is so unique. It's a modest investment for such a huge return. And then you can just sync it up if you use an electronic organizer. So this type of focus really is a game changer. Here's another one. It's a small one. This is the one for this coming year. You just flip there. You have your monthlies, and then each week, there you go. Same process. Now, as we think about this, one of the things that we've noticed is that champions do pre-week type planning, okay? And one of the things I've observed as we've worked with wonderful clients all over is that this is a new way of doing things, and it's not always easy at first because it's developing a new habit. But once you get this, we don't do it because sometimes we're just too busy. Well, outstanding leaders make time to do this one. And then you experience an enormous benefit. Okay, that's 4. Number 5 is to execute daily. And really, these are time management habits that will make a difference so that you can have a great day every day. That is the standard, because frankly, we don't have time to have a bad day. We may have bad things happen. We may have people cross us or something bad happens. But as we exercise the type of focus we just talked about, you take the high road. And you try to take the high road every time, and it makes a difference. Because as you do that, it produces happiness and focus and joy. So what are a few things that you can do to have a great day every day? Well, the first thing is, as you start off each day, you can just look at your day in context of your weekly plan. You can reflect upon your annual goals that you have, and you know you're going to report on to somebody at the end of the year so they have more teeth, and it steps from year to year, right? So we look at our day in that context. Now we have real focus start coming in. Second is we exercise the rule of the 3 most important things. 3 most important things are listing each day. These are 3 things that before the sun sets, I am going to get done. And this focus helps to avoid procrastination and put the important things on the table that you're going to do. Now, here is another one that I really like. It is actually just chair flying. We've talked about chair flying a little bit in our podcast, but this is actually quietly sitting down, looking at your whole plan, the week, the day. Close your eyes and see yourself going through the day. Somebody cutting in front of you, but you don't react. You don't honk the horn. You don't get mad. You don't let the world dictate your behavior. What you're literally doing is leading from within. So as you see your day taking place, you see yourself being effective. You might have an interruption or a change of plans, but you can smoothly adapt because you've thought of it. So this chair flying, then you open your eyes and you execute. You work on having a great day. At the end of the day, you say, what could I have done better? And you make a note of it. And then you go to sleep and have a good night's rest. That's what you have to do. That's what helps do that. Now, one other thing that's helpful to have a great day every day is to work on really having a mental creation, a private victory of doing things that gives you energy and strength and peace. And so everyday work, I call it the 5-hour you rule. It's where you give 1 hour a day at least 5 times during the week to you, where you pray, you meditate, you exercise, you reflect on the things that you need to do. You just take some time for you, and what this does is gives you great power personally. And when you have this type of composure, when you have this type of focus that allows you to be successful with other people, you literally are able to take that private victory that you have every day and turn it into a public victory. So these are 5 powerful tools that you can do, that I can do, to have a great day every day, to create the best year in our lives, to realize our fondest dreams. And the impact of doing these things is that we will have greater peace and happiness and joy and satisfaction in what we do. We'll have stronger relationships. And yes, do challenges come? Certainly they come. But because of our focus, we're able to have happier and stronger relationships. And we're able to take these things for those that are still working in a professional way and be best in class at what we do, to make the greatest contribution, to be successful in our job responsibilities, to help our organizations be best of class. Well, I wish you the very best in all that you're doing. And as you apply these 5 things, you will create a climate of excellence within your own life. I'm Steve Shallenberger, and remember, every single day you are making a difference. So go out and have a great year, and I can't wait to see how it comes out.